Black BG, photo G. Yeah. So when I clean the car now,
air condition all is that?
No, Papa, you can't wait for me to spin now. I'll leave the water now. You can judge people.
I just asking you a question. Sorry.
You can judge people that can here.
No, I'm a journalist. I beg you, sorry.
The way you talk in the question, do I say when I move from here I'll free? Do I say when I move from here I'll free? You said one talk again. I wanted to mean it. Who talk clear to you, but you talk in the question. Hi, looking. Then you want force and no more word there again. Why not belonging to the talk? I'm not going to again. And said they call me to the office at OSP.
I think you explain to me that you come to get there. You say you carry the tea to the man. After you carry the tea to the man, you come now. So what next now?
And for me, I'll not there.
Nobody you getting there. You say asking you too much question. Hey, the explain things. Say make it egg and bread. You bring it. Okay, sorry. Now I say sorry now. Okay, sorry.
If you
I will not ask you the question again. Okay, sorry.
When I give you answer now, then do.
Okay. Explain again. I'm not asking you no more question again. Okay, that's why now.
Go to school. The English say I need the English.
Okay, sorry. I say sorry now. Sorry.
See, Adi, you take that. You take that.
I'm taking time. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Say I can take time
to explain. Yeah, okay.
Freedom Communication Incorporated brings to you Freedom Hub. Freedom Hub, a 2-hour informative forum where key issues are discussed to shift the destiny of our country positively.
The same allegation of corruption, there are multiple cases where current officials of this government are being alleged to be deeply involved with corruption. Why not subject them to the same treatment? If Master Kimia can be good enough to go to prison on allegation of corruption, I mean, Moda should be good enough to go to prison as well.
This is to me, you know exactly what happened up Capitol. You have the evidence to prove what happened up Capitol beyond all reasonable doubt. So we do not have to keep running in circles. Investigation is now a single day. The government of Liberia is an interest. It's a party in this case.
There's part of the many challenges in Liberia: poor education, joblessness, and underdevelopment. The question are, how will Liberians be reconciled with self-division, divisive, and destructive politics?
Let me address this private jet issue. My response may not go down well. As Darius Dera, who campaigned against private jet, use of private jet against President Weah. I want to publicly apologize to President Weah. We did not understand the constraints and the reasons and the justification for using private jet.
What troubles me is to hear a sitting president, Joseph Parker, and his men to try to tear our country apart. We are a post-conflict nation. Our peace is fragile. What we need to do is to reconcile and bring our people together, not to separate us, not to divide us, not to destroy this country anymore.
How can Liberians decide on progressiveness and think on how they can build and develop their country? How can 178 years old country build capacity of young Liberians and create job opportunity and enable the Liberian citizens to live a better life? To answer these questions plus many more, John K.O.K. and Princess Elessa Vanche Colley from Monday to Thursday at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. for the program Freedom Hub, for the most informative talk show that brings the real issue without fear to the Liberian people on Freedom FM 87.9.
Guess what? Then people come and pay. How we they eat here with me? They start all made and they get a raw small association tagging from people. I was said to you know, it's all say we the market get say na we mo ta ko never. Go running down there. It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say
like you. You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, that's why you to us. You even claim to even be the hero from your experience. But why you to us? So why the rest now stable? No job, no food, no food on the table. No just for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest and show your kids get poor. No opportunity for the youth. Instead of help people, they breaking property on the youth. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people. I hate to say you not love. It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. That will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. You say you are going to change things. But we not seeing changes. Conversations you made, you and your rescue team. Stay, we not seeing changes. You made the whole country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish haunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish haunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. That will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say I'm like you. That's what I'm yama 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 yama. I will have drama 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 drama. I give you all sama 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 sama. You wish haunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing. You wish haunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You know your rescue team. I say, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. That's what I'm yama 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 yama. I will have drama 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 drama. I give you all sama 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 sama.
Okay, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and a pleasant welcome to all of you, the Liberian people, and the rest of you watching, listening to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. My name is Khan Oliver Khan. I'm here with Princess Alexa Vanja Colley. We're going to be here till 6 o'clock today, bringing you all of what you need to know about your country, Mama Liberia.
You not give him the people what they want.
On today, inform members of the legislature, specifically the House of Representatives, that he himself is a rude man. So we have a rude individual presiding over the House of Representatives. The country Liberia is in trouble. The country is descending rapidly descending. Imagine the Speaker of the House of Representatives telling the Liberian people that he is a rude individual, very rude. We talk about it, and we talk about that in few minutes.
Tell me who you rather give the rescue now.
The Unity Party has already announced a date for their own, rally.
I just wanna ask you one question. Now you give the rescue.
Intended to secure a new headquarters for them.
The people what they want, then you say you give the rescue.
So while the CDC is preparing this Saturday for the groundbreaking ceremony for their headquarters construction, the Unity Party has also announced December 17 as a date for whatever the case is. I don't know, December 17 or something else. At the same time, Stain has decided to, protest on December 17. So UP people said they will be raising money for their headquarters December 17, while the civil society will also be protesting against bad governance, police brutality, corruption, mysterious killing, and drugs in the country on the same December 17. Okay. It seems the government that is living in the glass house is the one beginning to throw stones. When you find civil society actors planning a protest on a particular date, and the government of Liberia also, preparing for another activities on the same date. The only thing that tells us is the fact that the government is prepared for trouble. And I don't think the government should be that naive. When you find people angry in their numbers wanting to come out to protest and express themselves, the best thing you want to do as a government is to reschedule whatever date you want to find headquarters for. So want to come outside on December 17, according to what we are learning, it's going to be a total mistake that should not even happen. We will take a few bars of our team song. We come back. We talk more issues relative to several of the topics on the discussion. The UP headquarters, the CDC headquarters. The police director say he has no evidence to incriminate Brian Mangel. And so Liberia is now recording the highest level of lawlessness in the country in disregard for constitutional order under the Joe Baka's administration. Too many things happening in little Liberia. We will take our break. When we come back, we bring you the rest of the issues here on 87.9. Keep playing the cash giveaway on your favorite dial. We're going to be giving people rice. We're going to give people money. It depends on how well you play. The more you play, the better your chances are. There are people who will win rice on the radio. There are people who will win $5,000 on this radio. And there are people who will win $10,000 on this same radio. The more you play, the better your chances are. Continue to play by dialing *255*1#. This will place you in a perfect position to win for yourself real money, real time. Let's take a break to be right back on the program.
I just want to ask you one question that will be the rescue. We not give him the people what they want, and then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you.
Hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
We want peace in Liberia. Peace in Monrovia.
Okay, we want peace in Liberia, peace in Monrovia. Alexa, good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Oliver, and I would like to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. However, when you're joining us, we'd like to say welcome to Freedom Hub on 87.9 FM. We have a couple of things to talk about today, as always. So I'd like to say welcome. Whenever you listen to me, I have to tell you something about Orange Liberia. So today I would just like to remind you to download the Max 8 LR app. And if you are using Orange Money, it helps you make life very easy. So that means you'll be at home, and just in case your electricity is done, you can be able to, just use the Max 8 app and buy your current, also pay your water bill, DSTV, and whatever you want to do. And you need to have Orange Money, by the way, to be able to do that. Also, there's still an exclusive offer on Max 8 app. That is $1 going for 1 gigabyte 30 whole days. So you can be able to activate that for your kid who is going to school, just to be able to research one or two things, on the web. Also, we still have the international offer, that star 250 hash, and there are different options you'll be able to choose from. The option exactly you want to use to be able to stay connected with your friends, your family members, and just whoever you want to talk to. Internet connection is very important. And if you want to stay connected without just using your mobile phone, Orange Liberia has the Flatbox router. Buy that for $69 and dial star 777 # to be able to activate different bundles for your Flatbox router. So basically, that's what Orange has for you. Orange Liberia is here to stay, and we're always staying.
Okay. All right. So basically, that's exactly where we are. That's exactly where we are. So, Alexa, I will be running away very shortly, very, very shortly. But on today, Honorable Richard Kuhn, Alexa, Honorable Richard Nangwe Kuhn had this to say. So keep playing. Star 255 star 1 # is the code. The more you play, the better your chances are. We want to play this. Richard Kuhn, the speaker, the Honorable Speaker of the House of Representatives, said that he's a rude man. When I'm trying, because he too is very rude. If he's in rude, you shouldn't try it. So we'll play this video, and Alexa will start the ball rolling and tell us what she's going to make of our speaker, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, telling people that he rude, and people might not are rude because he rude man too. Let me just play the audio so you hear exactly what he said. Listen.
The first day session of the third quarter of the House is ongoing. Of the speaker. Look at the composure of the speaker.
The house, this is the House of Representatives. You have to respect the seat. We all call him. You're taking people out and threatening people that people go out there. What happens to free speech in this country? You think we'll sit here and allow a speaker to come and say, no, it would never happen in this country. We went through it before in this country. We never allowed it to happen. He's not above the law. You can't be over there, be as a speaker of a country, threatening other members and say, go out there and talk. The Congress free speech. We respected him. We respect him. Always. We respect him, but you should respect this house.
The first day session of the third quarter of the House is ongoing. The composure of the speaker. Look at the composure of the speaker.
The house. This is
The first day session of the third quarter of the House is ongoing. The composure of the speaker. Look at the composure of the speaker. The first day session of the third quarter of the House is ongoing. The composure of the speaker. Look at the composure of the speaker.
All right. Okay. So that is exactly what it is. You heard the speaker asking Taiwan to leave. I think the lawmakers are asking for their $50,000 and other incentives for their district. Most of the lawmakers are supposed to go and implement some projects in their district development, money. Beyond that, I think the other lawmakers were agitating on some of the manner in which the speaker is handling the affairs of the floor. So Richard Kuhn said, according to what Yanti Gennaro took, I posted on OKFM, Sergeant, he says, Sergeant, please ask that one way out. Ain't say rude, I will tell him, say a rude too. This is what Yanti Toba of OKFM is quoting. This is what he's reporting as what Speaker Richard Kuhn said. What is it, Alexa? How are you receiving this particular news? The speaker telling the sergeant at arms to send somebody also and telling the man, 18 rule, I will tell him, say, I rule too. So we are now running a rude country. What the speaker saying, rude, because another lawmaker too rude. So we got children who are listening, who are following the country, And all they know right now is that the Speaker of the House of Representatives is rude, and all the other people are rude. So we now run a rude republic. The rude Republic of Liberia. Alexa, what do you say?
I'm not surprised. And I'm not saying this to mean anything else on Richard Cohen's person, but I'm not surprised. Because I remember a couple of months back when they had the saga of Capitol where everybody was, just talking about who becomes the new speaker, even though they had already, voted a legitimate speaker. We saw exactly how Richard Cohen was acting, some of the behaviors he had to show to the public, from acting as though, that was a space of gangsters to, just speaking recklessly across different platforms in this country. So I'm not surprised that he said that. However, I'm disappointed because just a few days ago, I was going somewhere along with a colleague of mine, and I was asking as to whether we still have the House of Legislatures. I didn't mean that as a disrespect to them, but basically, you usually have this this presentation of people who are to be respected, people who are to be responsible, and people who are to be regarded as some of the most, sophisticated people, whether you're educated or not, in terms of presentation, in terms of how you're going to, present yourself, that particular image to the public and across that, because you are representing not just Liberians, you're representing Liberia out of Liberia or in Liberia, right? So having Richard Cohen to have sounded the way he did earlier on, just from this report from Yanti from OKFM, it clearly tells you that what we were saying earlier on, that Richard Cohen doesn't possess what it takes to represent, the House of Legislature as their speaker. It also tells us that this man doesn't care about image branding. He doesn't care about his personality. He doesn't care about, exactly what you should have as a person. Because if you are there presiding over a floor, and then you have a lawmaker saying this, and that, you need to be able to control it. But it also seems like he's fishing for respect, so much so that he wants to prove that, he's strong enough. He wants to prove that whatever you think you can do, I can do that more than you. So you're going to respect me no matter what happens. So he is demanding respect, and it doesn't work that way. If you are a respectable person, you'll be respected based on how you conduct yourself, based on how you conduct the floor. When lawmakers are basically speaking, or when lawmakers have issues they're trying to address or they're trying to raise. But to have the speaker not to have control of the floor, and he just ended by saying, oh, if you think you rule, I rule more than you, it means he was clear when he said he is the regime speaker. So whatever he does, that's it, because you now have ministers who are, all around the place insulting. So it seems like this is a culture, from the minister to now the speaker, who is from, Unity Party. And then where else does that go after the speaker had already said that? It doesn't say anything, right? Because this speaker is a representation of the country. This speaker is one of the most powerful personalities we have in Liberia. If you are occupying the space of the speaker, or you're representing Liberia in that capacity as the speaker, that's not no small position. No, you should be able to understand exactly what it entails. You should be able to understand exactly what that means to be the speaker. Mm-hmm. You're a powerful person. You're not just there as as an ordinary person. No, you're a powerful person. So where is Liberia going from here? Because if you present, an image of having a responsible government that involves the speaker, that involves, other people as well. And if the speaker sounded, in fact, he sounded that way, because we just played this. The speaker sounded that way, like a very, very good man who is, from the streets, and you and somebody arguing on the street and tell him and say, everything you rule, I rule by you. You bring it to me with John inside, we'll take it to the street. No, that's the House of Representatives, for heaven's sake. That's not the street. So you are not taking anything to the street to tell my city you rule, I rule by you. Wow. as the speaker. You badly wanted that position, Speaker Rachel Cohn. You badly wanted that. You desperately fought for that, even when it was not necessary, even when the fight was inappropriately done. You were desperate enough to occupy that position. You were desperate for the speakership. You got the speakership. Now you're the speaker. So you need to act as one. You need to be responsible. You need to be responsible. Okay? So if you're unable to, to work along with your friends, if you're unable to control the flow that you have as the speaker, then I'm sorry. Maybe you don't need to be there. We haven't gone far. You're already losing control. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. Now you are sounding this way, and you're going to welcome maybe people from ECOWAS, people from African Union, people from Mano River, and all that. And then when this is played somewhere, how do they see you? Do they see you as a serious-minded speaker? No. You need to learn from people who were there before you. Learn from them. It doesn't take away anything from you. Maybe you need to go back. You need to go back if you don't want to remember how people presided, how people control the floor. You need to go back and maybe watch some videos and see how your predecessors, how they managed. Okay? You need to do that. Because if you cannot manage this one floor that you fought so hard to manage, no, you can't make it. Because the next thing that's going to happen, sometimes the horse is very, 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 very tense. And there are lawmakers saying different things. There are lawmakers who are acting out of the way or whatever it is. You know how you'll do it there. So at the end of the day, you will start doing serious fight, like fist fight. It will be physical. It will be physical. And if it is going to get to that point, I'm sorry. It means you don't know what you're doing. Because now if you go on the social media, everybody, almost everybody is talking about this. And people are wondering if this was really said by Richard Cohn. There are some people who did not, watch the video. There are some people who just saw that as an excerpt and all that. But people are wondering if you really said what you said. And if you're still wondering, Oliver just played it. And I'm sure he's going to play it again. But if you were desperate for something, you need to be prepared when you now have the opportunity to get that thing. It is clear. So maybe you were not prepared. Maybe you thought as a regime speaker, as you rightly stated, as a reserved speaker, as you rightly stated, maybe you thought this was going to be a walk in the park. Maybe you thought this was going to be like, a platter just handed over to you and you do whatever you want. People are not going to be there to disagree. People are not going to be there to tell you, here, this, and that. So I'm sorry, but Richard Cohn, maybe you don't need to be speaker if this is what you're going to be saying. You go to different schools, you talk to young students, young children. Some of them want to be maybe representative in the future. Some of them want to be a speaker maybe in the future. And if you're saying to someone as a current speaker, if you're saying this and they listen to this, they watch you say this, what then do they really think about? Are they going to say this is a culture that as a speaker you need to be rude in order to occupy the position of the speaker? No. If this is what you're putting out there, maybe you have your advisors, then they need to tell you to change. Okay? Because you don't need to sound clueless. I said this the other day. I said there are people who are smartly dressed. There are people who are beautifully dressed, and from afar, you think they're really intelligent. You think they're smart, and they know exactly how to govern themselves. But when that person opens their mouth, you're disappointed right away. Because the things that person is saying, you'd be like, really? Are you really saying this as a smartly dressed person? So Richard Cohn dresses so nicely, smartly dressed and all that. So people expect that when you open your mouth to speak as the speaker, You be intelligent in your utterances. Your words will be chosen rightly. You wouldn't just say anything you want to say. No, you wouldn't. So at the end of the day, I think the culture is gradually taking over from one ministry to another. Now in the House of Representatives, where the speaker is saying, if you think you are rule by you. So from there, where else is it going to go? Who else is going to tell us, if you cost me, I will cost you back? So it doesn't make sense. And I think that's not a good culture to promote. So this is really, really disappointing. And I hope the speaker will be able to maybe change how he's going to address this.
Look, we have other important issues to talk about in the country before this could happen. But like Alexa said, following Richard Kuhn's statement when he placed Yeke and Tawombe out, this is what Yeke Koluba had to say, when the whole situation was happening. Listen to what Yeke said after Richard Kuhn said, "You put the men outside, they think the rule, I rule past them." Listen to Yeke. Listen to Yeke quickly.
Don't get after who? I'm making a Joseph Boga of wrong. I'm criticizing now. So you are trouble the Galilean. You said you were threatening us. He fought hard to become speaker. Just to pop picture up from place to place. You think we have another thing, You can't talk about that place is living room.
You seem to be afraid of the statement of the speaker.
I'm going to one statement. I'm going to make a rule. I'll be afraid of rule statement.
The speaker was very bad. You lawmaker. You're not talking outside the box.
The name Yaga can never be tied. The name Yaga can never be tied. This place is not my place. It's not my living room. And that is why I say inside there. I spoke about English and somebody wanted to corrupt me. I say, you know all the English right and you don't sit and they play corrupt. And I'm that quote that quite said really good say take it back. I'm maintaining my statement. I can never take it back.
Are you saying your colleagues are corrupt? And this is the same thing the speaker said.
I stand by my statement. The statement made
they are concerned about castigating the house.
What you outside they husband and someone that got good character in terms of castigation. They husband there somewhere. Their husband become an embarrassment to the Liberian people. My statement made inside there. That lawmakers are corrupt. I stay my age. I can never reverse it. And now I wonder what I should reverse it. I can reverse it. You need it for money.
The speaker said there are 17 members who can take action against you.
Let them go ahead.
Let them go ahead. When you continue this,
if I would be expelled for saying that Joseph Boga took the Liberian people $10 million, he has become an embarrassment of fraud to go build property in local. Then be as well. I challenge him.
Have you received your?
I have not received the number 10,000 and the port. That's the reason why we're calling for executive to know what happened in the port development money. Then that man can't talk about that man that call himself presiding Richard Kuhn can't talk about when you go outside you criticize. I live in your house. Do I live with Richard Kuhn? I want to go on the town when it's up.
Yeah, you go.
Do I live with Richard Kuhn? I don't live with Richard Kuhn. He's a speaker. My man, I don't forget that. White God speaker. He's a speaker. He's a correct speaker. He's a crooked speaker. That's what I'm saying. And I'm making my statement. Now, Richard Kuhn is a crooked speaker. I will not regret my statement and reverse it. And I challenge him. I challenge whosoever I want to take action. I'm making now Richard Kuhn is a crook. Now that is what I'm saying. I'm making now Richard Kuhn is a rogue.
You are risking expulsion.
But Captain bring them a little room.
You want to be a spell?
The speaker gave a mandate.
I need to say what?
Nobody, no lawmaker should discuss legislative activities outside of session.
I'm discussing it now. I'm discussing it now. The Constitution says it's the right of the public to know. We have to respect the Constitution of this country. The people need to know. We were setting aside and do things that brought our senior by the this country. Not by Richard Kuhn. Never Richard Kuhn.
But they get power to expel.
But then go ahead. When are they starting it tomorrow?
You sound fear. You sound so fear.
Bossman, I'm working for the Liberian people. I'm the only Liberian in the country that brought government to power after 1 week. I said I don't want to build a road. I don't want to build a road that you put and left them. Show me one Liberian and I do it. They were said they become criminals like them. Joseph Boga is a road. He said when I create this house, right? I'm making a Joseph Boga is a road. I can never reverse that statement. If that statement will be the end of my being representative of this country, so be it.
Are you tired of being a representative?
I'm not tired. We came here to speak. Lawmaking is advocacy. Lawmaking is advocacy, and now that is why they are afraid of. They don't want to talk. Why you don't want to talk? Why do you plan about district number 10? You keep giving the 10, the 50. My salary that me and my family are supposed to eat? No, my salary for me and my family, not for the people of district number 10. Thank you.
Okay, so look, in addition to what Alexa said, and we're not going to spend more time on it, we can open the lines. I got 1 minute to attend quickly. We'll be right back. Now, listen. So Richard Kuhn putting people outside now from session because they're calling the president a rogue and they're questioning the government's accountability portfolio. And let all of you know out there that this government is becoming intolerant by the day. And that is scary. That is very, very scary. The government is becoming intolerant by the day. It is becoming worrisome for the country. Oh, since when did it become an issue of concern for people like Richard Kuhn? For members of the House to be complaining on issues of national concern, especially with governance, security, and accountability. Since when? Representative Nangba Kuhn was at the House of Representatives during the 54th legislature, when lawmakers, the very Yaka Koliba used to be there insulting Speaker Chimba, saying the worst things about President Weah. This Richard Kuhn, this Speaker Richard Kuhn, there is no record anywhere in the history of our country to show Richard Kuhn calling his colleague like Matthew Zaza and other people would do those days. So look, Yeke, stop. Yeke, you got to refine your wordings. You got to refine the way you say things. Oh, today he's speaker. And he puppet Joe Biden the president. And putting people outside. Threatening to expel people. Going to the extent of saying, if you think you rule, I rule past you. Look, let's say this to our people and let it be very clear. Liberia is gradually running into tyranny. If care is not taken, government officials will start shooting and killing people in the country. I'm being clear with you. That is the level at which these guys may go to one day. Their level of intolerance is growing rapidly. Sooner or later, they will be pushing down on free speech. People will have no opportunity anymore to speak on issues affecting the country. And that is where, when a nation is about to crumble, that's the kind of path the nation can be taking. Richard Kuhn, the speaker, ain't got no basis to be asking lawmakers out because they made statements outside of the Capitol. Whatever the rules of the House of Representatives is, whatever their rules are, the Constitution is very clear. Any law, statute, or whatever sub-constitution, whatever the case is, that will run in contradiction, that will contravene the national constitution or any provision of the Constitution, that law is null and void. That law is serious. To say, in executive session or in the plenary, you should be able to speak on issues related to the Capitol building. By doing so, you are restricting the person's freedom of expression. It is a constitutional right guaranteed under our laws for any citizen. And no such laws created within the ambience and the territorial, a space of the country should contravene that particular constitutional order. So why would you say you can't talk about Capitol building outside? So because you talk about Capitol building outside, and you want to bring the same thing where you've been talking outside, you want to bring your go outside. and you order the sergeant arm to put the guys outside. Three of them, you put them outside. It is wrong. That's how you fight. That's how you're creeping on freedom of expression. That the same thing Yomi Kanga Lauren did yesterday. Day before yesterday, and everything's still going on. She sat down there. A staff in her office talked to social media almost 5 different days in a row. Open her mouth and keep talking all kind of fitija and gibberish about the former president and his wife and other people. Yomi Kanga Lauren sat in her office. They didn't say anything about it. If she had said something, whatever whatever action she took behind the scene would have reflected in the public, because it would have had the very employee being brought to book. There would have been communication issued. There would have been some form of record to show that she was able to scorn her particular, staff for saying the unorthodox things that she was saying over the period. No, she didn't do it. She was laughing. She was smiling. Watch her quote unquote staff to say the unnecessary things about other leaders. That's fighting on that. That's an attempt to suppress free speech. That's an attempt to want to take people to court because they insult you. I'm not too sure a lot of people would have been outside in the country free. Richard Kun should understand that he is the Speaker of the House. As I said, when you aspire to become a leader, you should brace yourself for all of the complexities associated with being the leader you want to be. Oh, you think everybody will go sing law and gospel, all hail Baka, all hail Baka, all hail? No, everybody will not go suck up to the Joe Baka tendency. Nobody will do that. Not everybody will want to subscribe to being praise and worship cheerleaders to the Unity Party and the Green Revolution. You think everybody will wear green clothes in the country? Huh? That everybody will go sit on the rehab and lay down in front of Joe Baka gate and worship him and sing beautiful kissy songs so that it will be favored? No. Roger Kune can go sing kissy songs to rehab and go be singing chant cholo cholo to Joe Baka hold so you favor them. Now everybody's supposed to go and patronize him. People should be left to express themselves. Oh, you won't fight lawmakers because they are criticizing the country? Was Yaka Koluba wrong to ask Joe Baka where he took $10 million from to build houses in Foya? And you, Roger Kun, you go put a man outside? Man, how are we behaving in this country? What's wrong with Yaka Koluba asking Joe Baka where he took $10 million from? To today's date, the government of Liberia is unable to tell the Liberian people who is funding that project in Lofa County. Yaka was elected by the people of District 10. And most all of the responsibility of every lawmaker, Yaka has a responsibility to exercise his oversight, representation, and lawmaking. Ability. All of those things are embedded in his overall responsibility as a lawmaker. Oversight, lawmaking, and representation. Part of the oversight responsibility is to ask on behalf of the people of District 10 who is funding the $10 million project in Lofa County. Where the money coming from? So you can ask that question in session. That what made Roger Kun get it right to go put you can osa. And we tell you to say when you think rule, I will tell you say a rule passing. Who told you we need a rule speaker? Who told you we need a rule speaker? We need a speaker who will receive the complaints from every lawmaker. Now let me say this for people who do not know. The Speaker of the House of Representatives is not a political party man. You are the Speaker of the Republic of Liberia. You may have political alignment, but you are not a tool. You are not a pawn. You are not an emissary. You are not a surrogate to any regime. That's why you are the head of a branch of government. Regrettably, we sell ourselves so cheaply in this country to the executive. Imagine Nancy Pelosi is subscribing and worshiping Donald Trump. Imagine that. Nancy Pelosi. That's how our governance structure was designed in the American form. The American speakers would disagree with the president. You run a separate branch of government. You are the third most powerful person in the country. You are not a bare ball to the president. You are not a militant to the president. Oh, when your colleague, the only reason why you are the speaker is because they want you have a presiding officer, but you are equally a lawmaker. You are not representing 10 districts. Yaka ain't representing 10 districts. Each of you representing one district. You got district 11, Yaka got district 10. Elisa, Yaka representing district 10, he representing district 11. The both of you are equal lawmakers. You are privileged to be the speaker. You do not have the right to put a man outside. But in Liberia, people abuse gavel, people abuse authority. Was Yaka wrong to ask question on where Joe Baka taking $10 million from the Bay Horse in Lofa? Is that how you guys have decided to go to fight free speech? To clamp down on free speech? Oh, you guys have decided to activate the tyranny approach in this country, where people who speak will be haunted, will be targeted, will be brutalized, will be dealt with, will be politically ostracized. It is wrong. You are ruining the country. You are taking the country in a nosedive direction. You are not running the country in a more professional way. This is not what you promised. The responsible government that you promised during the campaign, it's not what you are executing. It's unfair. It is so sad that you choose to run a political institution. Yes, on Capitol Hill, the people discuss politics there, but not from a partisan approach. Also, Yaka was wrong to ask President Baka. We said on somebody go take $10 million and carry in the bush, building BB horses, and we get asked who funded the project. We get asked where the money come from. And when somebody go talk, you open your mouth, and people can you start talking all kinds of things. This is wrong. It is wrong. You guys have to stop. Yega is right for asking questions. My district supposed to receive 50,000. There are places in the district people also got burned. We're supposed to make intervention. There are places where district development council meeting this supposed to happen. You are not giving the district that money, but the president paying $10 million horse in a county. $10 million company in a county. If you go ask a question, that one make it you go put them outside. Then when I put it outside, you can tell you when you face it in rule, you say rule. That rule competition will on. The choice of one rule person to be or the House of Representatives. Well, that's what you got. That's what we have. When we said, oh yeah, we attack politically now. I ain't got time for that thing anymore. But the truth of the matter is, as a political pundit, we will continue to express ourselves void of any sentiments. It is wrong. Wrong today, wrong tomorrow. It was wrong yesterday. It will continue to be wrong every day. You don't have any moral standing. Put them outside because they make property in Lofa. When poor people cherry in Kema, he got school fees. Where you take money from? You buying houses in Lofa. Where you take all the money from? When schools in Nima County ain't got chalk and black bowl. When there are people who still do not have access to safe drinking water, and the president is constructing a $10 million company in Foya. If Yaka decide to ask fundamental questions about the situation, and you come up to want to politically suppress him, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. And nobody should fool this administration that you can cramp down on freedom of expression. The best thing you want to do is to allow people to have their free will to express themselves on matters arising, matters concerning the security, the economy, and the well-being of the state. Let people have the chance to express it. An attempt to stop the people from expressing what's in their heart, they will express it another way. Y'all get it clear today? They think I'm saying your market down. When you refuse to allow the people to express themselves verbally on issues that are affecting them, they will find other means to express themselves. And some of the means they will find, you will not like it. No, you will not like it. So the best thing you can do is to stop attacking people who who are making their inputs known, people who are expressing themselves. The thing Yeke who you say, oh, you're putting us out the real adding ruin. Yeke was used as a tool for your kind of power. Yeke insulted everything that existed under the CDC administration. To the amusement of all of you were amused by that. You were happy. You were looking at African show to you. Whenever Yeke is insulting, whenever Yeke will mount the podium to insult the former president and other people in the CDC administration, you guys used to take your telephone and be watching it. All in Banave, you're watching it, enjoying it, happy. Today, when Yeke lynched the President Baka, you're sitting in Banave, you're facing front, you're a Christmas belly goat. That's your business. That the man you nurtured. That's how you train him. You didn't tell him that this was wrong. You didn't tell him it was wrong to be vocal like that. You didn't tell him it was bad. You supported him. In fact, whenever he was turning the gun towards, the profane gun, when you were turning it towards the CDC administration, precisely President Weah, you guys were clapping, celebrating. Today, the man just turned this small to President Baka. He just turned it small. Small one, you tell the President Baka. Small one. Jada, you tell that they're small.
Criticize. Don't get answer and criticize. Don't get answer and criticize who? I'm making a Joseph Baka is wrong. I'm criticizing now. So they are probably gathering. You said you were threatening us. You fought hard to become speaker just to put picture up from place to place. You think we have a thing, you can't talk about my criticize. The place is living room.
You see to be afraid of the statement of the speaker.
I'm afraid of one statement. The men are rule. I'll be afraid of rule statement.
The speaker was very bad. You lawmaker.
The name Yaga can never be tied. The name Yaga can never be tied. This place is not my place. It's not my living room. And that is why I say inside there. I spoke about English and somebody wanted to corrupt me. I say you know all the English right and you just sit and they play corrupt. And I'm that point is really good to think about say maintain my statement. I can never take it.
Are you saying your colleagues are corrupt? This is the thing the speaker said.
I stand by my statement. The statement means
they are concerned about castigating the house.
When you they also have someone that got good character in terms of castigation. They hold that somewhere. They hold that become an embarrassment to the Liberian people. My statement made inside there that lawmakers are corrupt. I stay my head. I can never reverse it. And now I wonder what I should reverse it. I can reverse it. We need a good money.
The speaker said there are 17 members who can take action against you.
Let me go ahead.
Let
me go ahead.
When you continue this,
if I will be expelled for saying that Joseph Baka took the Liberian people $10 million, he has become an embarrassment of property in local. Let me I challenge them. If I will be expelled for saying that Joseph Baka took the Liberian people $10 million, he has become an embarrassment of property in local. Let me I challenge.
When you continue this,
if I will be expelled for saying that Joseph Baka took the local, let me I challenge them.
When you continue this,
if I will be expelled for saying that Joseph Baka took the Liberian people $10 million, he has become an embarrassment of property in local. Let me I challenge them.
Have you received your?
When you continue this, if I will be expelled for saying that Joseph Baka took the Liberian people $10 million, he has become an embarrassment of property in local. Let me I challenge them.
Have you received your?
I have not received the and the reason why we're calling for executive.
When you continue this,
if I will be expelled for saying that Joseph Baka took the Liberian people $10 million, he has become an embarrassment of property in local. Let me I challenge them.
Have you received your?
I have not.
Okay. So what is there? What is there to put the man Osa for? What is that? What's enough to put the man Osa for? There's a Yaka you trained. This is a Yaka you left Banave. You can all road to vote for. The Yaka you left Bravo. You can all road. You left bombing. You came from Cape Mount. You voted for this Yaka to remain vocal. You know what you thought? You thought President Weah would have won the election, and Yaka going to continue insulting President Weah. Now President Baka won. President Baka is the president. And Yaka said, my job is to insult president when president not doing the right thing. And insulting the president, not dealing with the president harshly. And y'all won't put the man outside. What kind of hypocrisy is that? That's hypocritical, man. I mean, that's being hypocritical. You don't do that. But one thing you guys should be cautious about is to think you can shut everybody down in this country. Don't do it. That will be the biggest mistake the government will be making. When people do not have means to express themselves, they express themselves in different forms. Me, if I do not have means to express myself, I will express myself in different forms. Plenty of different forms I will express myself in. Oh no, that won't take it. That one you can recall it any way you want to do it. If people do not have means to express themselves, they will express themselves in forms that they will feel happy with. And that's where chaos can come from. That's where terrible things can come from. So you better allow Yeka go and address, instead of putting Yeka also call your president and ask him, Mr. Mame, Mr. President, where you took money from? You go pay also in for ya. Yeka calls him all day in the place. Speak your answer, let go give the Yeka. That's what you want to do. Instead of you, for how long will you continue to put Yeka also? Because every day Yeka will ask that question. Every day Yeka will ask that question. They see Roger Kuhn in the Capitol building when President Weah went to the UAE. When he went to lobby for the PHP Park and the Emerald Hospital in Bapalu, Yaga brought football jersey and football in Togo the Chimba. Told Speaker Bova Chima, he said, oh, Tara Chima, tell the jersey and the football and carry the job. We have seen a football and go play in UAE. After 3 months, the hospital in Bapalu started going up. The PHP Park started, you know, I mean, on a right footing. Today we have the hospital in Bapalu and the PHP Park today is still living. Richard Kuna they were laughing when Yaga was doing one of those things. They were laughing. That was the moment he needed to have put things in order. That was the moment he needed to have gone to Yaga and said, look, although I'm a United Partisan, President Weah is a sedition and a CDC government we're in, but he's our leader. I mean, we can disagree, but we should not do it in forms that will be demeaning and denigrating. You supported Yaga in all of his endeavor, all to. Today, the manager go say Baka Motel or how you get it all info ya. You go put him in also. You not do nothing yet. It better you lead the man to express himself. When you create a situation where people will no longer find means to express themselves, they will act. No, when the American talk, he will act. Watch most of the people who got anger, they don't talk plenty. People who talk plenty, they don't have the ability to do too many bad things. Be careful with those who can talk or those who decide to be quiet. Be careful with them. Because when they choose to act, they act differently. So it better you have men who can talk, you will leave it, than for you to want to suppress people's feelings. The man angry, he said, man, when I talk, you suppressing him. That boy will react. And when you choose to react, it will not be good for the country. So I say I say the speaker when I say in rule. In fact, should the whole speaker say in rule? I mean, how do you do that, man? A rule. When you think rule, a rule. No, man. This. You fool us, man. You fool the country. This is not a responsible government. You promise. Imagine a United Party speaker is saying all of these things, but we have to leave it and go to the lines, Alexa.
From the speaker to the ministers. So this is not strange anyway.
Oh yeah, so we'll go to the lines. Let's take a few bars of our sponsors message from Crime Stoppers Library. When we come back, we take calls on this issue. Then we go to the United Party headquarters situation. UP say they're going to be their own headquarters too in December. Okay, so we'll come and talk about that as well. But let's take this quick break right here to be right back on 87.9.
My Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Simon.
We want peace in Liberia. Peace in Monrovia. We want peace in Liberia.
Okay, so welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. Let's go to the lines and talk to our people. Alexa, please start to take some of the calls. Nobody call me on my phone. I'm trying to do something. Don't call me on my telephone. I will not pick up. Please do not call me on my telephone. do not call me on my telephone. I will not pick up. Okay, so 0886 500 104 0776 104 104 are the numbers to join the conversation, Alexa.
Hello.
Yeah, this is Brother Jim. This is you president of the city.
Go ahead.
Yeah, these people win the election will lie. So they want to you all lie to rule the country. Richard Boone, before Richard Boone be a speaker, no, Richard Boone is a more criminal. I know Richard Boone very good eye. Black woman with Richard Boone is a criminal and Richard Boone is corrupt. Richard Boone is a rule. So that's why they wanted you to rule the country. The country has been involved into mess. And this is the first thing we ever see like that, to see the speaker saying for public saying rule. This country, there's a mental government. People think we are mental government. This country, we are doing their skill. This country, so let's hear what speak. Do we just we are down and say, oh, Yegwa is the best lawmaker. So you can say best lawmaker. Thank you.
Okay, we take the next person. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
This is man recording from Hong Kong.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and that's my daughter. I need to accept from those people. They are forming a rule for women. They are very arrogant. Very rules. They don't have a speaker to behave. What are these people teaching the young generation that are coming up, man? What are they teaching them? Or when you see something is not for you, when you see it and what can happen, they may not know the job, but he know what to do. He know what to do, man. He know. When we hear a mentor, we hear a serious mess. Only by the grace of God.
Okay, so we take this person. Hello.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Alexa.
Hello, go ahead.
But Alexa and KFK, good afternoon. I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I call from a purple corner, down Coast Monio, Alexa, today, in my mind, it is the darkest day ever in the history of the Republic of Liberia. In that, why everything that was yesterday celebrated, why it is now becoming condemnable today. Yesterday, yes, was celebrated for insulting Speaker Bobo Chima, for insulting the sitting president and his wife in the Republic of Liberia. Today, most of the Unity Party people, they let the Liberia constituents to district number 10 to elect Yeke Koluba to continue his good job. Yeke is doing a job which is draining Joe Parker, draining to do this job, then they put in your side. Why are they putting in your side? Because there is an area that says train a child in a way that when he or she gets big, he will not be bad for it. Yeke was free to insult dealers. Why are they throwing your side? Hey, Joe Parker, is this what you call responsible government? Hey, Joe Parker, is this what you instructed and presented Liberia like a one-two country under President Weah? For happy God, the omnipotent will judge you people and destroy your legacy, Joe Parker. Thank you very much, Anessa, for always giving us the opportunity to make our voice on national issue. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for calling. We take this person on our international line. Hello.
Alexa, how are you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
Your whole life, brother, is very, very bitter. Like, bro, it's bitter. I want someone to do for a meeting. They call our country the bitter republic. Can you imagine that? The country is so, yes, seriously, I'm telling you so serious. They call like, bro, bitter republic. The country is so bitter. Everybody bitter. The CDC or the university, everybody just bitter. Then be careful to mess that country, or trust me.
Okay, so we take a few more calls, and after that, we're going to get to the next discussion of today. So we have this person. Hello.
Good afternoon, Alexa.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Sepaka, the visually better.
Go ahead.
The guys, they have failed. I can say they are failing. So, to ever then continuously misbehave on the Liberian people, so all that they are now trying to do is to silence people. That's all. Because when you are in the executive, you don't speak. speak out. You don't say anything, whether it is wrong, whether it is right. You don't say it. So the executive is now passing that on to their regime speaker to also silence the guys in the legislature, especially in the lower house, so that they will not be able to speak up to the issue. Why is it? Is it lie? Even civil society, economization and servicing. Have they actually done that? Well, what did they get the $10 million from to build a $10 million housing in local county where you check in the budget law for 2024, there is nothing there in the budget law. You check in the budget law for 2025, there is nothing there. Then, where did you get the money from? Then when the Nigerian people speculate that it is then alleged that people are trying to solve the Wolodisi mountain, the bonus have been given blacker on the color. That is why he is using to do that housing in local county. They come to say that we are lying. See the shame, the deputy for information minister draw upon us. Lie on one of the West African Mananoa Union. He said that was a project of the Mananoa Union. He said immediately he cut it without a press conference because it's debunked that it was a blatant lie. That project is not have anything to do with Mananoa Union. Where are we? And this is why I have said that I, Edmond Carr, no longer sit here and say, oh, all we do, we are praying for the government to take us to 2020. No! Let go will
Thank you so much for calling, Edmund. The line is a bit. Hello, go ahead.
Yeah, this is David King, and I do join you from my resident. And I thought this country is in trouble. For some of us, we are not surprised of Richard Nangwe-Boom. I feel that Richard Nangwe-Boom will not be a very good speaker. Because the brother, if you look at his physical morphology, he look rude. He look rude. Just look at his physical morphology. He look rude. So for him to have said today, it's time when we see that he rule, but say I rule passing. Is it hard for a speaker to speak? You know, the Bible says train her a child in a way that when he or she grow, they will not depart for it. So they are telling us the training passed on to them by the father Joe Walker is to insult people. Today, I see one lady city, I can't remember who went to her with the police form, saying that why they insulted her. Oh, but you unleash your rude dogs to cause the former president and wife. So you are trying to sit there for in your land? No, we're not do that. The see that they reply you. You know, they see orientation and get on your office again. You will come back with that same orientation and live right on your lap. And this is why they are getting today. When you go get this play on today, so like right more, you're in it for a long ride until 2029. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Hello.
Yes, good evening, Princess and Oliver Khan.
Hello, go ahead.
Yeah, Peter the Council of Government on the street like in Lower Johnson. You see, the hypocrisy and deception is the one that is in the fabric of our society. When Republican got to realize that Honorable Yega provides a reckless immobility, I think that just unfortunately on the back of Republican. And Honorable Yega is asking a serious question that every one of us are asking. Where did this amount what kind? Where is the source of the $10 million and retirement homes that is being constructed in Lufa? That's what I want to know. I think Radio should put himself in a position to answer that particular question rather than using that particular autocratic and undemocratic means to put Honorable Yega Korba out of the session. And then there's a family bar. This guy came to power with a very limited idea. That's what it said. The last resort of the gross incompetencies of violence. They got their very violent because they are limited. They lack idea when it comes to governance. That's what today you saw what happened at the Capitol building. And one radio will continue to become a presiding officer to that particular Capitol building. There will always be uprising
Thank you for calling. We're going to take 5 more calls on this issue, and after that, we're going to get to the next discussion. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
This is good evening to you and good evening to KOK.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I've learned Spencer and Luke Johnson really as always. You know, I'm just sitting and wondering how we got here in the first place, princess. Why would we allow, I mean, a very Spanish man like that to be the Speaker of the House? That man, if not because they use our canary process where the Bina or regional countrymen can do it, I mean, we have been represented in the first place today. So when I saw the government pumping money in law because of me, that made Speaker, I was wondering what's going on. So I started watching all the live today and I couldn't believe my eyes. I mean, that guy is too Spanish. That guy will go down yesterday as the most, I mean, God for second Speaker will produce. They talking about, I mean, Jarita Wumbe, you think you rule and rule more than you. The man declares himself, you know, regime speaker. So he thinks that must belong to the ruling party. No! That place is the people, I mean, parliament. People should have, and most of the colors said, right, in a fair play where Koluba and Star race. I mean, it's fair enough. Some of the colors that we referencing, you get anything in the past. And then they was not being subject to this. You can ask the hard question. Let them know where President Bola is taking all of that money from. You show the property local. So what style is that? That you hollow the man out. I mean, Richard Bush should respect his police account there. Perhaps that's Richard Bush coming from. You should start respecting all of them because I think some of those districts that are not able to be respect now. They should be on no go so for Richard Bush to continue on that path. You cannot respect other people because you think you will be given an accolade. Don't have Richard Bush go about moving on board very violently.
Thank you so much for calling, Lawrence. We're going to take another person. Thank you so much. Hello.
Yeah, Peter, good evening.
Hello, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Body calling from Western Community.
Mm-hmm.
That house not expecting any good to come from there. It's a secret, nothing will come from there. Every day will be so because the man is not met too. That house from there, two people. People have been they can put that, but now we get cool. Every day someone asking, so you know, if they were that the general government would be got it. So we are telling it's not that we don't think it's mistake.
Okay, thank you so much for calling. We'll take 3 more calls. Hello.
Hello, Eleta.
Yes, go ahead.
This is the voice of Idesta, and I join you from Soviet School.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you very much for this fascinating discussion. You know, way back, some of us, you know, we are not too brilliant, but we, you know, keep record. This individual told us that the regime wanted a speaker. So they wanted to make a regime speaker. People should not take this line and think that it is just for Richard Cool. There is a master. The man behind Richard Cool is Joseph Wakai. Richard Cool is just the regime speaker. He is just conveying the message. But the true message is coming from the president. He said he was a regime speaker. So the regime is trying to tell us to regime speaker that they are about to station free speech. There will be no more free speech like what they are using for free speech. Because if the people deputies, they don't want to represent us, if we can censor that free speech, then one more will come up who in the community. So it's a litmus test. They started off in the house. When you work there, the new section that Inter is saying the Tarano regime is about to erode on free speech. Liberians, get this. If you are not sure before, it's about time to stand up because the people are setting their grave little by little, one step at a time. Thank you for giving me a platform.
Thank you for calling. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Princess.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, straight to the issue. You see, when people are not understanding those things, and they forcefully get there, they decide to operate. Richard will force himself to that particular position, so you will always see him. You will create a situation that would be it would be like an embarrassment to the nation. That was a whole person when you feel you rule, I'm rule past you.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine that, princess? Can you imagine that? It is not so. Mr. President said the other day, he said, and people are not treating. So it comes from the executive straight to the legislature. It is not straight. We're not expecting nothing good for Radio Kunane.
Thank you for calling. We're going to take our last caller, and after that, we're going to take a very short break and get back to discuss something else. Hello. Go ahead.
This is Eddie calling. I'm calling you from Jamaica.
Go ahead, Ivy.
You see, one thing decency at the House of Parliament. The last time Radio Kunane got the country hostage for so many months. There's a man, you don't take it out or you're not that place. For decency to be seen at that place. How will you address your police as if they are living with you? Regime speakers should be mindful. All the things that they did to the country now is going visa. Do they look at the country? Just want to remove officer. Regime they did all kinds of things. They step our country. Spend money outside of budget. Like fighting all over in that place. Now, there's a time now, but you're not that place. Put that place together and show some decency. Is that a way you govern that place as a speaker? But I'm playing Richard Cole. But to conclude all the notes, all the things that he did. Let me tell you, my sister, Richard Cole, he had to come. Government come. Richard Cole will pay for what he did. Thank you for affording me the time.
Thank you so much for calling. I think at the end of the day, everyone is just agreeing with what we said earlier on. You represent Liberia. You're not, even if you're, a chairman of an entire community, you would need to govern yourself in the right way. And imagine you being the speaker of the Republic of Liberia. That is a huge task. And if you're unable to handle that, just say it. But you need to stop sounding like a child. You need to stop sounding as though we're running, a country that is governed by gangsters, because you're not over there to show your strength. No. If it is about that, you go in your boxing ring and you have people who will be cheering you on. But that is not that, okay? So, Richard, I hope you're listening. Even if you're not listening, I know the message of you some kind of way,
Okay, all right. So that's exactly what it is. We'll take this quick break. Take words from our sponsor, Crime Stoppers Liberia. When we come back, the Unity Party chairman on today said UP will. He said the Liberian Post want UP will be in power for 200 years. We'll talk about that. He also said UP is going to liberate the country from the enemies of Liberia. Reverend Luther Tappet, the political reverend, said that on today. Let's take a break to be right back on 87.9.
Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
We want peace in Liberia. Peace in Monrovia. We want peace in Liberia.
Okay, we want peace in Liberia, peace in Monrovia. So I want you to listen to this 2 minute. I mean, it is a 2 minute short clip from the political Reverend Luther Tappet. The Reverend who is 80% focused on politics, 10% other live issues, 5% sports, social issue, and 3% focus on his family, 1% on friends and relatives, and 1% on God business. What is it?
As a reverend.
Yeah,
We have just 1%.
The political, I mean,
God.
the political leader, the chairman of the Unity Party is a Reverend Luther Tappe. Reverend Luther Tappe is the chairperson of the Unity Party.
Mm-hmm.
From my own personal assessment of Reverend Tappe, he is 80% focused on the Unity Party and politics. 10% focus on other issues of life, and 90% right there. 5% on a family.
1% on
95% now.
Okay, so we have 5 more, huh?
Yeah, 3% on friends and old classmates. 3 plus 5 are what? 8. About on 2%.
We have 2%.
The 2% he got 1% of his whole lively activities. 1% of it, we focus on sports and different things. Yeah, football game, maybe in a white football game, 1% on it. Then the last 1% on God in the church. 2 minutes to listen to what's that? We'll take 2 minutes to listen to the political reverend. This is what he said. But only a political reverend who got 1% of his 100% time.
Yeah.
Will focus. We said the things they probably just from saying they're political reverend. Only a reverend who
very, very interesting.
No, 80% of the male life and everything. If all politics and the party, 10% on other activities in your life, 10%. 10% on other activities in your life, 90% right there. 5% on his family. Your child go to school, one who making money, take some money from Segu Duke from the port and give it some money to start a business. 5% there. 95% right there, but 5 more percent. The 5 more percent about, you got 3% there on old classmate them, where ain't going to school together. A friend. Why ain't Arsenal man or Barcelona man? Then the last 1% on the church. Yeah, on a pastor job. You spend 1% on the pastor job. You now see Ruler Tappe having crusade.
I haven't heard.
You now see a church pastor. You now see a church flyer. You now see.
No, you're right.
You know which church in?
I haven't heard.
But that's not a conversation. Let's go listen to him.
I think we need to launch an investigation. I want to know about that. I swear to God.
Yeah, let's go listen to his press statement. 2 minutes, 24 seconds. Listen to it. Take your time.
Having said that, it is crystal clear that the Liberian people still have a long way to go with the Unity Party. Therefore, it is time to build a great party that will serve the Liberian people for the next 200 years. We as a party have absolute confidence in the vision of His Excellency Ambassador Joseph Imabota, who was brought to national limelight to rescue Liberia from our traditional enemies that have kept this country from progressing. Therefore, there is no better time than now to be a strong unity party. We, as a party and leadership, have agreed that this coming December 6, 2025, we are going to acquire great things for our party. Going to 2025. That this coming December 6, 2025, we are going to acquire great things for our party. It is time to build visible, long-lasting unity party all across the Republic of Liberia. It is time to build strong infrastructure for this great party. It is time to increase the membership of the Unity Party. I'll leave the country have 5 million. We are going to take 4 million. And for us not to be accused of being selfish, we give 1 million to
Okay, all right. So that is the political Reverend Luther Tappe. I don't know his church. When you know the church he's pastoring, please test me the name of the church. I've never seen him preaching before to any church. I don't know his members. I don't know where his church located, but he is a reverend. That's why I said 80% of his life, a unity party in politics.
And how come we haven't thought about this?
I mean,
because
no, but
you're just saying it. I'm trying to think about.
Yeah, but unless you know Luther about church.
No, I haven't heard him preach before.
Who's that?
So I don't know.
No, I mean text me.
I haven't heard him preach.
Okay.
And I don't know his church. I haven't thought about it. I haven't. But now that you've said it, I think we need to investigate. If anyone
have you ever heard or seen Reverend Tappe preaching anywhere in this country?
And usually,
which church is he pastoring?
Usually, you have a reviver where there are different pastors.
Okay, so somebody say a church is Pillar of Fire in Magibi. Okay, that today I hearing though.
Yeah,
and trust me, almost 80% of those on the radio that today they hearing Reverend Luther Tappe church in Pillar of Fire. Okay, Reverend, please buy one Facebook form. Let your church member be going live one day. Let's see what you can preach in that church
every Sunday.
You don't care what I mean. And
you should pray for Joseph Walker.
No, wait, and Joseph brother sold him to the Egyptians. Stop calling me. I will not pick up your telephone. Please don't call me. I would not pick up your phone. I'm on the radio. Don't call me. Yeah.
And nowadays, every church usually they will go live on Facebook for people to follow through. There are people who do not go to church physically. They want to just listen, or they want to just watch and listen to the pastor preach. So maybe Luther Tappe can actually work on that, because today is the first time I'm hearing that he has a church. He is the head of
but you haven't said I haven't. No, listen, I haven't. Sorry to say, but I haven't seen a man or heard of him preaching anywhere. But it's a Pillar of Fire. Good, Magibi. So Magibi people will let us know. Yeah. But I want us to go to what he said, and I want all of you to take your time and listen to this, Papi. Listen to it.
We as a party have absolute confidence in the vision of His Excellency. Therefore, great party that will serve the Liberian people for the next 200 years. Ambassador Joseph enemies who brought to national limelight to rescue Liberia from our traditional enemies. Absolute confidence in the vision of His Excellency Ambassador Joseph that will serve the Liberian people for the next 200 years.
Okay, there's the part I want you to listen to. That Reverend talking so.
Therefore, it is time to build a great party that will serve the Liberian people for the next 200 years. We as a party have absolute confidence in the vision of His Excellency Ambassador Joseph who was brought to national limelight to rescue Liberia from our traditional enemies. that have kept this country from progressing.
Okay. So, according to Lula Tape, President Baka was brought to the presidency to keep Liberia from our traditional enemies.
So who are our traditional
that
enemies?
kept our country from progressing? Who are the traditional enemies of Liberia? Who are they? The Unity Party should answer this question.
Of course.
Who are the traditional enemies of Liberia that been keeping the country backward? I'm not sure you're referring to the CDC, because CDC is just a 2004 party.
Who are our traditional enemies?
Liberia existed before the CDC. So when you're saying the traditional enemies of the country, who are the traditional enemies? From my high school days, in fact, elementary days up to now, I only know of one phrase called traditional friend. Liberia only got one traditional friend, and that friend is America. So Lula Tape now is telling us about our traditional enemy. Who is the traditional enemy? Is he indirectly referring to America? The Reverend will answer one day. But that's what he said. They're about to build, they're about to acquire something great for the party all across the country, infrastructure. I know the CDC in the headquarters, and CDC coming to be the headquarters on, they come and start the headquarters project on the 18th, this coming Saturday. But let's say the Unity Party, according to Lula Tape, is about to establish, infrastructure.
Yeah. That will serve Liberia for 200 years, the next 200
The
years.
last time I checked, the Unity Party was established in the 80s.
Very old party.
Let's assume. Please put your calculator on. In fact, we don't even have to do assumption. Go and search for when the Unity Party was established.
Okay.
Yeah, go to Google Unity Party Liberia. When was Unity Party established? Let's know. Let's know exactly when was it established. We want to say something. Let's know when a party that is 1984. No need. Founded 1984.
Whoa.
It was founded by
Edward
B. N. Kesseley,
who was also its first standard bearer.
the first standard bearer. Yeah, that's Unity Party for you. Edward B. N. Kesseley.
Wow.
1984. 1984 minus 2025. What is it? Go to the calculator. That's where the calculator is needed. It was founded 1984. 20 years after the CDC was founded. The Unity Party was founded 1984 and CDC was founded 2004. Unity Party is 41 years.
Wow.
Lula Tape, Reverend, your party is 41 years. This party that is supposed to liberate the Liberian from
their traditional enemies.
From their traditional enemies is 41 years with no headquarters of our own.
So maybe Unity Party is also part of our traditional enemies.
So who are the enemies are you liberating the Liberian from? 1984 to 2025 is 41 years, Chief. Last year your party was 40 years. 1984 to 1994, 10 years. 1994, 2004, 20 years. In 2004, CDC was funded. 2004, 2014, 30 years. 2014, 2024, 40 years. So you are 21 years older than the CDC, your major rival right now in the country. 41 years of existence. Let's agree CDC to may blunder out of her own 20 years she survived for. So when you take a CDC 20 years from your 40 years, your 41 years of existence, brother pastor, automatically you are still left with 20 plus years. What did you do with those 20 plus years as a vibrant political party that is supposed to liberate the country from her quote unquote traditional enemies? When we're coming up in the interior way back in Plebo, one of my uncles would normally say, if a relative uncle of yours, or somebody who come to you to say, "Can't go live with me." When you go to their house, if the person got dog or cat to the house, soon in the morning, don't go check in the kitchen. Just go to where the dog and the cat can be and watch. If you find cold rest going to the cat or the dog in the morning, that horse you go to the good horse.
Just be set
Because if the horse can get cold rest
for the
animals, the cat and dog to eat, it means the human being get rest there. But the horse where even the bone cannot be spared for the dog to eat in the morning.
Just go back home.
Just tell the person, say, "Uncle, I agree, sorry, thank you, but
just give him to speak."
Let me go back, people. I don't want to. I just keep a vacation. Before you tell us that you were going to liberate the Liberian people from a whole 100 and how many years?
If we just celebrated bicentennial, that's 200 plus years,
So I talk about the independence something. The country is unnecessarily yaman till I don't even think about what the age of our country. Sorry to say, but I don't know. I don't know Liberia age. From the day the thing went 170, I just choose to stop counting because I don't care.
Well, 179.
179. Yeah. So to solve a 179 years old country as an institution that is 41 years without one structure to call our own. Wait now, Reverend, you pranking us the same way you pranked us in 2023 with the elections? By the way, what are you saving the country from? Luther Tappe. Political Reverend Luther Tappe. It is because of the Unity Party that Liberia got the most expensive the most expensive seaport in the entire region. People can go to Guinea. In fact, Liberians in America and other places are shipping their vehicles to Guinea. They clear it there, then they ride it to bring it Monrovia to can't use it. Because the cost of clearing, shipping and everything to Liberia got extremely difficult under the Unity Party administration when they outsourced the operation of the National Port Authority, specifically the Freeport of Monrovia, to APM Terminal for 30 plus years. The country will get peanuts. Then the company get plenty of money. Then the citizen will pay more. It is this Unity Party government. This Unity Party you're talking about. Their 12 years of stewardship of our country, they were able to increase the activities at the port, outsource our concession, gave the operation of our ports to APN Terminal. Today, one camera that you can go to America and buy $500 from the junk shop, you have to pay about $5,000 in Monrovia to buy it. The only reason why you're paying that money is because our port is a den of hell. That you're talking about saving Liberia for traditional enemy. We know the enemy, but let's confront the enemies that we know. The enemy of economic destitution. Let's talk about it. The Unity Party that auctioned the country negotiated 68 concession agreements, and none of those agreements could survive. They said 2 met international standard. The 2 that met international standard could not survive. The BRE, Buchanan Renewable Energy, and other company. This UP that was supposed to liberate the Liberian people from their traditional enemy went to work, brought 68 investors and signed them. The investment they brought that was suffering the country today. The kind of investments they signed in 12 years that was suffering the country today. Till today's date, you are seeing a Lebanese man on the somebody from Turkey sitting at B Mountain holding water pump machine to wash car. That his job. What they bring from Turkey for? So no Gola man, no Mende man, no Va man in Kema, in Bopolu, in Bomi can wash car. They gotta go bring one guy from Turkey to go wash B Mountain cars. That the kind of concession agreement you know the party people sign. You sign Booker's concession till you had to take entire 12 years. The whole 12 years of your administration, you could not do a jing thing about transforming the life of the country, especially in major infrastructural areas. 12 years. It had to take the 6 years of the CDC administration for Nima County, that is the second most economic county in the country. For Nimba, it had to take the CDC era for Nima County to have the road leave from Ganta to Saniquili, from Saniquili to Lokatua border, from Ganta to Saclepie, and the entire securing of funds and signing of contract from Saclepie to Tapeta. It had to take the CDC to do that. You had 12 years. You could not start. You could not start a process that would see the public universities providing tertiary education to our people in this country free of tuition. A blessed country like Liberia, a whole reverend, your party could not give poor people chairing school, a free tuition at public universities in this country. Reverend, are you talking about the Liberian people won't go with the party 200 years? Reverend, don't be in your air-conditioned office and say that thing. Go sit down with us, call the market with me around you and say, you people have already agreed to run with us for 200 years and see whether you return to your office, to your church with your ears stay intact. You don't No, but let them go to Watersa. No security, nothing. Let them just stay in Watersa market and call the women and say, oh man, you can. From the way we see in the country, the United Party government will remain in power for the next 200 years because all of you are happy. Let's see whether you return to a church where ears stay intact. I know some old man on the other side the way they can slap. That's what's going to happen to him. So you sit down in one air-conditioned office on Broad Street and you come out and say, for 200 years, where to go 200 years? 200 years with the new drug spark and die. That when the children take it, they cause the armor, you just feel the bluffing before you come and say, rest in peace. 200 years, oh man. That's why I said, 1% of all the time you got on the air, you can spend it to the church. 1% on football activities, 3% on your old classmate, 5% on your family, 10%, 10% on other things in life. I don't want to talk some more because I don't want anything. Other things in life, 10%.
Social venture.
Social activities, yeah. Other things. Then 8% on United Party. Because that's the only look. No reverend who is deeply involved with religious things will be brave to say those kind of things. Oh, you happy? December says you're going to get one headquarter, and you come inside acquiring headquarters. Oh, my reverend, it should be a thing of shame to you that a country struggling for infrastructure, you are the ruling establishment. You are not focused on it, and at your headquarters you focus on building. You should have built that headquarters when you were in opposition. Hello? If you believe the United Party, and you say United Party, the country population are 5 million, how many what the percentage you say United Party got? And you say 4 million. You should have built that headquarters when you were in opposition. Now when you board chairman to Segu Dukla to the port, where you can also all the money in the there, nobody know. Now when you got all the other government ministry, you got CBA under your control, then you say you're building headquarters. The time you got the government power, the government money, the government security, the government everything, you building headquarters and you come in bluff with it. Real political institutions will go to build headquarters, they will go to secure properties when they are not in power. Because that way, they will be building from sweat. They will be building from the ordinary people who believe and love the party. You're going to check CBL, you're going to take up money. To go buy headquarters. That I think you can bluff with. If you guys were committed to your party, why didn't you build headquarters when you're in opposition? When you were in opposition, why didn't you build headquarters? I leave for CDC, the man say he now wants to see him rent the play again, so he put it outside. For you at Congo Town, the people put you outside because you could not pay their rent. They had to take you to court to pay their rent. CDC said, oh man, we won't buy. Let's talk. The man said, no, I won't say to you. Because you be man, you put me behind the scene. So I won't say nothing to you. You leave my property. CC said, okay, we'll leave, but get our chance. Let's say the other thing in court. Gregory Kumo said, no, we're not waiting for that court thing. Can't policemen and that broke the place. So it's a different thing. You were in government for 12 years. Okay, good. We didn't expect you to have built your headquarters in 12 years, because if you have built your headquarters, we wouldn't say that a country money you use, because you were in government, Alexa. So when you left government, the 6 years between 2018 to 2023, if you call yourself 4 million Liberians, Liberian party, why didn't you secure those property you say you want to secure right now across the country as a political party not depending on government resources? Reverend, I know. Let me not go to the religious side because I don't want to press Chakla. But sometimes I know 80% of your life is about politics, but sometimes you may remember that you are a reverend too. And we just want to start something, but we think what the reverend thing, we shut up. Because anyway you turn, you gotta respect Reverend Small. But Reverend, that thing you say, to go, I mean, in all fairness, that thing you say, we still checking for the logic in it. How do you expect the Liberian people to praise you for building your headquarters only the time where you keeping our money? Oh no, listen. They man never use a whitewash. You know, you get nothing. A hot never had current. 24/7 hot not get current. The time we make community treasure. At time I call LEC plan one pole side or the LEC pole transformer only for you. We say now they brought transformer, specialized transformer for a horse alone. Only you feeding for that transformer. And you passing around bluffing. I'm now having the most stable electricity in the community. Where the time you started keeping our money, you should have built this headquarters when you are not in power. Then we'll say you are a vibrant party of 4 million people. Well, Vanja, I'm not going to say more on it. We got less than 10 minutes, and we got to go to the lines and hear the people, because he said it would stay with them for 200 years. But this is sad. If you're strong, build your headquarters when you leave power. Because anyway you turn, you use the country money to build a headquarters, and that's sad. You know, like people like Emmanuel Penn were spending $1,000 to build CDC headquarters. Emmanuel Penn from America was $1,000. The other guy went to the mall, the shopping mall in America, and take $1,000 and transfer it to Liberia. There are people paying money undercover. Ordinary citizens paying zero money towards building the CDC headquarters. You people would have made morale, and you're going to build your headquarters between 2018 to 2023. Once you didn't do that, all that thing you're doing, that free show, you just saw Gary and Pankana when you are now our community treasure. We make community treasure, then you take all the oil from the market, you start putting it in the oil just to confuse the community. All that thing you're doing, we get time for it because we know say that our community money you're eating. So you like it, you can fry one carton of oil. We know say you never used to fry it before. So Reverend, then we not get all the story, your show. But at the end of the day, like people know that you never had money before. And that's why they pull you outside from your headquarters to Congo Town. Now, if you get money now because you're in power to go and buy the same headquarters or to buy another place, do it quietly. Because at the end of the day, we are not fully people. We know say that the country money you're using. So what you can bluff for? Reverend, what you can bluff for? President Baga came to power in less than 2 weeks. You organize, you know the party people to go to President Baga how to go. They start the paper because the paper was delaying to get you job.
And I just want to talk about that. I think what you mentioned.
Yeah.
You told young people, you guys went there to.
You told young people the president want to go project a job. You were not even concerned about to doing labor from the traditional enemy. You didn't even start removing labor from the traditional enemies. The first thing you did, you pack young people you carry to President Baga. Then you know in there, he left the chairman at the total gas station rehab. And he said, I'm going inside one end, I'll call you to start. So he entered in the hall, he said, President Baga too innocent, you know. Chairman that said now we ain't lecturing. Thank God, but who else do that play? Who got hearing not outside the fence? It's about you, I know. They got to go and call for find security find out outside the hood. You go check outside the beginning there. Then you let the baby say, I come and me go talk to the man. He went outside. So we are here. Is that making a statement? we are here, we do the one, we do that one, and you gotta remain calm. You put a carry on the road to go protest for your job, then you say you must remain calm. So when I say who are protesting today, they call Luther Tabe, you can pick up their phone.
Oh no.
Contractor job to Freeport to get the same time why he made a protest to go to protest to Baga to get a cherry contractor job to Freeport. He can pick up the phone today. That he can write and say, you know, everybody get 4 million people. We not get that we not get the day. We not get that we not get explain legacy. So eat your show. But please don't make mockery out of the Unity Party because in that you're making mockery out of. You got 4 million people in the country. 4 million people and you won with 17,000 vote difference. Reverend, are you not aware that the 10 Commandments is something that they call national law? Now I say that only 1% you focusing on the church. Because if you were focusing majority of your percentage of the life you living on the church, you wouldn't have been brave enough to say the things you were saying. Because in the 10 Commandments, they say national law is there. Don't tell me that you are speaking figuratively. No. I'm not going to listen to that. Because even in figurative expression, you don't have to overlay exaggerate. Your exaggeration should not be as big as you did. But your ear show, pay your headquarters, pay the other one across the country. One thing we know, when you were hungry, gapping in the community, you never had current to your horse. Who made you community chairman? To all the land around your horse at your business, but we know where the land come from. You can fool us. We know the source of it. So you can bluff all you care. We know what's up. Unless when the line open, let go there, go take off.
We have like few minutes to go, and I'm concerned about our traditional enemies. You know, as a country,
the America ain't talking
because I remember after celebrating 178th independence, Liberians are still striving to survive, and they seriously want to thrive to make strides in their own country. And if we're talking about traditional enemies, so who are our traditional enemies? I think the political reverend has to answer that because he knows.
He sure.
And the fact that Unity Party has been a political party since 1984, it says a lot about, you know, who you guys are. It says a lot about what you've done. And now after CDC had already made a pronouncement that a new party headquarters will be delivered in record time, you're now learning from their book again. But there's a difference. And the difference is the source of your income now is from the Liberian people, while seditions, ordinary seditions, are now just chipping in their little $1, $2, $100 to be able to build their own party headquarters. So that's like a clear difference. But at the end of the day, I guess we'll get to a point where he answers who is our traditional enemy, or who are our traditional enemies. And when that time comes, I'm sure we'll all be here. Whether they're going to present infrastructure that will serve Liberia for 200 years, that's on him. And it is not on us, because the people who will be here 200 years from now, they will see the thing that's supposed to happen. You stayed 12 years in government, and you stayed 6 years, as an opposition in recent time. Now, I'm not talking about from 1984, right? So if you wanted to be a vibrant political party to own your own party,
why you didn't build it?
That was going to be done way back. True, we. And that's a political party that that ever same party done it. And the same way the party the highlight you with 2
So Reverend.
So
Reverend,
I think Luther Tape should know what to say after he they put funny in the country.
Yeah. Because the government said so it was 200 years with Unity Party.
They've always been saying, the people did it, so we'll do our own. This is the right one they're doing now.
Yeah.
CDC said they're doing their own thing.
We can be our own. The truth of the matter is, you are paying it when you keeping our money. You sort of pay the time the money back or now with you.
The time you used to be talking about the economic lending.
The time
on the eco lending, that's
the time Costa and Stanton used to be feeding President Baga and giving all your money. At time you're supposed to be being headquarters, but at the time you get content money, at the time you won't bluff.
Raising funds in the diaspora.
What kind of
you have used that?
What kind of revenue? So
if you wanted to make news, that was not any news, by the way.
Okay, let's talk to the person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you?
Okay, yes, sir. For you to the peace-loving people of Liberia.
Go ahead.
Okay. If Luther Tape, I can call him Luther Tape.
Oh, the men are
fire his security. If Luther Tape fire security talking the truth about his house, you think he's a Christian? Luther Tape fire his security that were in the house.
Yeah.
Because he said that you see these people that bring his house, and the security said no. He said if I come from another place,
if I came in the generator room.
Oh, because of that, is it you fire? If my boss is he a revenue? He's not.
Oh yeah.
The nomenclature. Okay. Let us be serious in Liberia.
We are.
God said we should not use His name in vain. The name Reverend, it means that you are rightful person with God. They say you are without blemish, but you can't come in the public square and you think in your mind as a Reverend the way the nomenclature go. Then you come to deceive the people of Liberia. When you know very well what is happening in Liberia, you can't even take it. Like, for example, Reverend Luther Tape knew that it was hardship. That was he carried demonstration. Just 2 days after the win to Joseph Walker House. There's something to live on.
Yeah. Till now, the cherry carry the cherry not even got a job.
Yeah, so no show way that Luther Tape got a few United Party boys around him and they clapping like nobody anywhere. Saying the garbage that he's vomiting out there. He, like I said, they must build, I don't know how to call the thing. They must build villas in all the countries. Skyscrapers for their party. Who cares? And what's the impact on the life of the Liberian people?
Okay.
Nobody care.
Thank you.
Then you go ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you, and God bless you, man.
We leave you right there. Let's talk to the person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you?
Yeah, good evening. Okay.
Good evening, Chief. Let's hear you, boss man.
The people are always coming for us.
Okay. Okay, we leave you right there, my brother. Let's leave you and talk to the person. Hello, go ahead, quickly. We gotta go home. Hello. Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. My name is Otis Dadu. I'm joining from my residence. Hello, my voice.
Go ahead, Otis.
This is me that look up and Joseph Zuma brothers. She has a very hard day to come for burying him and tackle him in the public of you. Because I'm talking of the saying, when they started to rule like for 2 years. Where? They were turned over to the church in Kakata. What said our prayer? I haven't been speaking or pushing or poking. I'm running with the law with the jail and let in that if I want to move to the church. Thank you.
Okay, we'll leave you right there. Let's talk to the person. Hello. We won't know your chat. We hear you preaching before. We just calling you Reverend. I want a Reverend. Let's leave you and talk to the person. Hello. Hello, go ahead. Let's hear you, Chief.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll leave you right there. They told the man when you know the party child will say, y'all go fire. Y'all just go talk. This person, hello, how are you?
I'm fine. This is Michael, fast speaking for I do call from the state to be precise.
Go ahead, Michael.
Okay. I think the word for today's Reverend, the 10 commandments said, thou shalt not lie.
Oh, yeah.
Thou shalt not steal. So I think that man shouldn't be called Reverend. How will you be? Liberians are going with hunger, sleeping with hunger. Then you talking about use 5 minutes to dip up the quarter. Are you kidding? It is time that Liberia need to rise against this evil government. Okay. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak on talk show.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll leave you, Michael Paul. He said the country population is 5 million And 4 million of that population that United Party people, so they will pay their headquarters and do other things. Let's talk to the person out of the country.
And 1 million are what?
This person, that's the rest of the country.
And Alexa.
Mm-hmm.
And Alexa.
Go ahead.
See Reverend Chapel when they were anointing him on that day, there was in the place for anointing.
So he was ordained.
So the deacon switched the oil. Yeah, they switched the oil, the anointing oil, they put condemned oil on his head.
Were you there?
Condemned oil working now.
You were there?
I'm a member of the church. I'm a member of the church. Condemned oil we use.
But you guys haven't told us in the past.
We'll leave you right there with all of the person. Go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? How you doing? Good evening, David King. You are the second to the last caller. We gotta go home.
Thank you, Kai. You see, here's what we always see to the guys from the media. Those guys, they always copy from the city. Even you go there, they will tell you, in the city, so we're doing our own. So now that we left government, before we thought about building our own headquarters, the government now trying to use $1,000 to build our own headquarters. That fundraising program they're talking about, they're going to take the city like money, put it somewhere, they put it in an account, and take that money and start to build. You see, nowadays, sometimes it's not a branding. But somebody that wearing clever car, wearing for wearing clever car sake, and it doesn't make you to be a branding, because a branding should be a man with integrity. A branding should be part of, remember they said to $73,000 and putting the lot of money for himself. So such a man, also today's day, we have the body in a report concerning the investigation that was called to say about Mr. Bunker.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. We gotta go home. We got to go home. Except that we'll take this last caller. Go ahead. You're the last person.
Okay.
How are you, sir? You're the last caller on the line.
I'm fine. And you?
We are great, my dear brother.
Yeah, okay, we will not pay attention to Reverend Tapper. Reverend Tapper know how to speak. He is the best corrupt Reverend ever in the history of Liberia. It was Reverend Tapper who was crying on the president, Joseph Newman Barker, that he want to be FPRC manager. They were given to him, he was running off for years there, going Ghana, saying all kind of things. Today, Reverend Tapper talking about $5 million. The $5 million, yes, the right to talk about $5 million because they're taking the Liberia money to go pay the party headquarters. When you tell about paying party headquarters here, Reverend Tapper, they say because we are, or the sedition, we're going to pay the own party headquarters with our own fundraising money. We say no to Reverend Tapper in the kind of way. He's not even already. Even though God said, Jimmy George, I'm saying this with a plenty heart of burning me. I've been listening to Reverend Tapper. And let me say this before I leave it now.
Quickly.
Under no condition anybody can live. Anybody can spend 200 years. That is reckless thought that he go out today. And out they feed it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's apply all on the social media.
Okay.
Nowhere.
Thank you. We leave you right there.
No, thank you.
Thank you. We leave you. Okay, so we'll be here on tomorrow, which is Wednesday. Women's Spotlight will be, before Freedom Hop. Until then, have yourself a wonderful time. God bless you. Bye-bye from my end.
And this month is Breast Cancer Month, so it is Pink October. So make sure you do what you're supposed to do, okay? Peace.
All right, we'll return here on tomorrow. Have yourself a wonderful time. God bless you. Reverend Luther Tapper, see you tomorrow.